Hello everyone. In the previous video we have seen Quicksort algorithm. In this video we will be seeing how to implement Quicksort at a glance. So let's have a quick recap of the algorithm. So the first step is to choose the last element as the pivot element and remove it from the array. Next we need to make sure that the length of the array is greater than 1 and then perform the other steps. So first we need to create two different arrays, one named low, another named high. Now if the length of the array is greater than 1, then you need to compare the pivot element with each of the element in the original array. Now there are two possibilities. If the element that is at the current position is greater than the pivot element, then you need to append it in the array named low, otherwise you need to append it in the array named high. Now once you do this, you need to join the array named low followed by the pivot element at the center followed by the array named high, and then recursively call the function on the array named low and the array named high. Finally, you will be getting the sorted array. Now let's have a look at the implementation of Quicksort algorithm. Now first I will define a function which will be named as Quicksort. So here I am defining a function named Quicksort with the parameter array. Next we will define a random unsorted array. Now here I have taken an array of some elements that I have stored in the variable named arr. Next I'll call the function named Quicksort with the parameter arr. Now let's write the logic for sorting the elements using Quicksort algorithm. So if you remember, the first step is to check whether the length of array is greater than 1. Now since we are using recursion concept, we need to define a base condition that whenever the length of the array is going to be less than or equal to 1, then we need to return the array itself. Now in the case when the length of the array is greater than 1, then we will define a variable name called as pivot, which will store the last element of the original array. Now make sure whenever you are defining the pivot element, you need to remove it from the array also. So array of -1 will only give us the last element to store in the variable named pivot, but it won't remove it. So we will use the pop function which will remove the last element from the original array and store it in the pivot variable. Now once we do this, the next step is to define two lists or arrays, which is low and the high. Now this variable low will store all the elements from the original array which are lesser than the pivot element. So here I am using list comprehension. In that I have used a for loop which will iterate over the array and it will check whether the current element is less than the pivot element. If yes, then it will append in the array named low. Similarly, we will define the array high which will iterate over the original array and it will check whether the current element is greater than the pivot element. If yes, then it will append it in the array named high. Now after doing all these steps, the last step is to join all of this. So we will recursively call the Quicksort function on the array named low followed by the pivot element in the center followed by the Quicksort function, this time with the parameter high. So first Quicksort function will operate on the array named low followed by the pivot element in the center, and Quicksort will be operated on the array named high, and finally it will join all of them. So first we have written a base condition wherein we checked whether the length of the array is less than 1. If yes, then we will return the same array, otherwise we will define the pivot element, and we will define two different arrays low and high by comparing it with the pivot element and then appending in the corresponding arrays. Finally we will join all of this, which is nothing but the Quicksort of low followed by the pivot element followed by the Quicksort of high. So this is how Quicksort algorithm works. Now let's run the code. So here we can see that our entire array has now got sorted. Check the description box for the entire code. Now a short task for you all. You need to design Quicksort algorithm in Python which will sort the elements in descending order. Post the answer for this in the comment section. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.